A young woman walks out of the University of the West Indies, Mona campus. She just finished classes for the evening. Like so many other nights before, she takes a taxi in Papine, a busy transport hub just outside the university. She's dressed in a white blouse and blue jeans. She's tired, but focused. Her name is Jasmine Deen. She's only 22 years old, a communications major, a daughter, a friend, a fighter who has lived her whole life battling visual impairment. But that night, Jasmine never made it home. And 5 years later, Jamaica is still asking, what happened to her? This is her story.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Deen and I'll be singing you Rude by Samantha J. Woke up this morning, knocked at the door, put a smile on my face. But for my daddy, I wasn't sure. Opened the door and there was my love. So asking one question, but I had a feeling it would go wrong or wrong. Daddy, oh daddy, can I marry my love? Say yes, cause I need to know. You say you never get my blessing cause you're young and wild. Give him a chance. Daddy, please don't say no.
Jasmine was born with glaucoma. From her earliest days, the world around her was blurred and dim, a reality most children could never understand. But Jasmine's father, Lloyd Dean, refused to let her future be limited by her condition. He worked tirelessly and tirelessly to provide her with surgery, care, and opportunities.
My wife dead how long now? 13 years left with the four youth them, you know. Three girl and one boy, you know. Me not go away from them. We stand up with them, you know. We stand up with them and say, without nothing, you know. And this is one of my life. Me take everything for choice and I go college.
She attended the Salvation Army School for the Blind, where she learned not just academics, but how to navigate life without depending on full sight. She grew in confidence, refusing to let her impairment define her. Later, Jasmine attended Meadowbrook High School, where she thrived despite the daily challenges. Her teachers remembered her as bright, determined, and soft spoken. Friends described her as a quiet force of positivity. By the time she reached university, Jasmine was already a symbol of resilience. At UWI Mona, she pursued a degree in communications. Her dream was to work in media and inspire others to show that she could stand shoulder to shoulder with anyone, blind or not. For her father, every milestone was a reminder of the sacrifices he had made and the extraordinary strength of his daughter he raised. None of that could prepare him for what would happen in 2020. It was a Thursday evening. Jasmine had attended classes at UWI and was making her way home. She boarded the taxi in Papine, a place teeming with cars, pedestrians, and vendors. She texted a friend just before 9 o'clock. The message seemed ordinary. There was nothing unusual, no sign of fear or worry. And then, silence.
That night, no. I don't know, it's like something I tell me say something wrong. Because out of the blues, I just get up and I say, when Maya there, I run go tell daddy say, daddy call Maya, oh Maya not come yet. And him call her, but like him credit did finish. So I say, Angel, go tell one call Maya. And I run go down there. I say, one call Maya. Call no, she no come. Anyway, him call her and she say, Wang me in a one taxi, tell Tio call me.
And she so calm and everything. And she said calmly to call my friend Tio, that my soldier friend there. Because most of the time I even always go pick her up when she can't reach or she don't get transportation on time or something.
Jasmine, she no mom say me love girl, say me weak star.
Jasmine.
And I could just hear John on my own. It weak me down keen up on 5 years old that. But one man I say don't do that.
Yeah.
That's still not my head. I still not give my Maya. Cause Maya more is that. My fit more, you know.
True.
Cause if I enjoy wickedness and my things, I love me living that.
By 12:35 a.m. on February 28th, her phone stopped transmitting. That was the last trace of Jasmine Deen. When she failed to come home, her family's panic was immediate. Her father, who had always been protective, knew something was wrong. This was not like her. Jasmine was responsible and careful. She knew her routines. She would never simply just vanish. The search began almost instantly, and soon all of Jamaica would know her name. Jasmine's disappearance sparked an unprecedented outpouring of emotion across Jamaica. Her photo displayed showed her youthful smile, her bright eyes behind her glasses, and this was printed on posters and shared endlessly on social media. The hashtag #FindJasmineDeen trended across the island. Celebrities used their platforms to demand answers. Vibes Cartel, Leela Ike, Beanie Man all posted appeals urging anyone with information to come forward. For once, Jamaica's often divided voices were united around a single cause: bring Jasmine home. Even Prime Minister Andrew Holness addressed the case directly. He said he was personally hurt by her disappearance and that the entire nation was praying for her safe return. But prayers alone would not be enough. The police launched an intensive investigation. Jasmine Deen's phone last pinged in the Bull Bay area of St. Andrew, Jamaica, on the night of February 27, 2020, when she disappeared, was the first clue. Police investigators confirmed that her cell signal was tracked along her route home and after she left the University of the West Indies Mona campus. The signal was eventually lost near Bull Bay, a community located along the main road between Kingston and St. Thomas. This was one of the key pieces of evidence that guided the search, since her home was along the Bull Bay area. Unfortunately, despite searches in the area, no trace of Jasmine was ever found. Then, weeks later, a breakthrough. 2 men were arrested. Tamar Henry, also called Braff or Lavish, and Gregor White, known as G. Both men were from the Bull Bay St. Andrew area, not far from where Jasmine vanished. They were charged, but not with kidnapping, not with murder. Instead, they faced counts of identity theft, unauthorized access to computer data, simple larceny, and drug possession. Police had found Jasmine's bank card in their possession. They had evidence linking them to her personal items, but not to Jasmine herself. The public was outraged. How could the men have her belongings but face no charges connected with her disappearance? In 2021, the Director of Public Prosecutions made the announcement. There was not enough evidence to prosecute them for anything beyond fraud and possession. And with that, the trail went cold. For most people, the case became just another unsolved mystery. But for Lloyd Dean, it was and still is a daily nightmare. Every year on the anniversary of her disappearance, he speaks to the media. He reminds Jamaica of who Jasmine was, a fighter, a student, a daughter who overcame blindness to achieve more than anyone thought possible.
We can't give up right now. I still want to find her or find something, so, you know. But I try to put the best, even the best outside the field.
He remembers the surgeries, the late nights, the struggles they both endured. And he asks the same question again and again. Where is my daughter? For Lloyd, Jasmine is not gone, not yet. He clings to the possibility that she may still be alive somewhere.
Can't live right now without her. And no man not give me no justice. I'm gonna talk, people I talk. People can't give me no food right now, you know. And the first night she miss, I'm not see her from the night. Yo, I can't sleep, you know. When I cook, I can't eat, and I can't share 3 or 4 plates me share.
He refuses to accept closure without proof. But in the eyes of many investigators, the silence around her case suggests a darker reality. It has now been 5 years since Jasmine was last seen. 5 years of unanswered questions. 5 years without a trace. Her case remains one of Jamaica's most haunting cold cases. Did she fall victim to a random act of violence? Did someone she trusted lure her into danger? Or is there an even bigger secret buried in the shadows of that February night?
We have, during our investigation, identified a person of interest in which we are seeking the public support to identify this particular individual.
The suspects arrested with her belongings never faced justice for her disappearance. The investigation, once filled with urgency, has slowed to a crawl. And for many, Jasmine has become a painful reminder of how fragile justice can be. Yet her story still lingers, a symbol of both tragedy and resilience, because Jasmine was more than a victim. She was a young woman who refused to let her blindness define her, a daughter who gave her father hope, and a student with dreams that were stolen before they could be realized. Today, Jasmine Deen's name is still spoken with sorrow, anger, and love. Her case is not closed, her memory is not forgotten. But until the truth is uncovered, until someone comes forward with the missing piece of the puzzle, the question remains, where is Jasmine Deen? This has been Cold Case Cafe. I'm the voice, and this was the disappearance of Jasmine Deen. If you have any information about this case, contact the Jamaica Constabulary Force or Crime Stop Jamaica at 311.